this isn't a movie. Game of Thrones sets up early that it's going to be 67% horse riding. Also, you didn't have one other sucker on the watch that could have joined you on this expedition so that when you split off, it didn't have to be solo. If there's something strange in your neighborhood, who you gonna call? No one. Absolutely no one. You've got two buddies right around the corner, but sure, backup is overrated. I always wondered whatever happened to the knights who say knee. Also, Larry got reprimanded by the White Walker Council for his sloppy, decapitated head on stake placement. Stupid Larry. Surprise! But how did you not see her on your way in? Apparently Sir Featherstash has no peripheral vision. 8 heads, 8 torsos, 13 legs, 14 arms, and 7 limbs that could go either way. If my serial killer math is correct, where did those 2 extra limbs come from?
They're savages. One lot steals a goat from another lot. Before you know it, they're ripping each other to pieces.
That's wildingest.
Do the dead frighten you?
No, but ritualistic dismemberment and corpse landscaping might do the trick.
They even killed the children.
It's a good thing we're not children.
Discount Matt Damon will be your know-it-all in charge that is certain to get his comeuppance role for this episode. Enjoy!
Your dead men seem to have moved camp.
They were here.
Wait, is this supposed to be where young Clint Howard lookalike found the dead bodies? Because there is no way all of this was moved by the time it took them to get over here. White Walkers, while created by magic, have never been known to actually have the magical abilities it would take to teleport decapitated heads and bodies. Obviously, shows do opening credits, but did we really need almost 2 minutes of this living map? Gilligan's Island and Brady Bunch exposited their entire backstory in 60 seconds. Let's get to some throne gaming already.
Go on. Father's watching.
No, winter is coming. Wrong line, bastard.
10 is too young to see such things.
I'm sure he's seen much worse on the Winternet already. Those ravens will bring you anything, if you're willing to wait a few weeks.
And winter is coming.
Roll commercials.
I should have gone back to the wall and warned them, but I saw what I saw.
Then not deserting and letting everyone know would probably have been a great idea, and you would get to keep your head. So win-win. Also, isn't the wall like 600 miles from Winterfell? How do people cover those kinds of distances on foot so quickly? Did Elon Musk install a Westeros Hyperloop?
But do you understand why I had to kill him?
I'm gonna go with HBO demanded a death scene every 10 minutes.
The man who passes the sentence should swing the sword.
I like this Eddard Stark fella, steadfast and full of integrity. I'm really excited to have someone to root for through the entire run of this series. Good thing he's not going anywhere.
So he was like...
The madman sees what he sees.
This in no way answers the question. Also, my family has a similar expression. It goes something like, a madman lets his son watch him decapitate an innocent man with a broadsword. The sheer scope of this show is both a huge strength and a huge weakness. Sure, each new location and character deepens the world, but on the other hand, there's no way I'm remembering all these places and names, which is why I end up referring to people as that one dragon lady or the incest twins.
When we were 7, you jumped off the cliffs at Castle Rock. 100-foot drop into the water. You were never afraid.
2 characters we know 0 about, but sure, let's dive headfirst into a story from their past upon meeting them. This is also known as Martin's Position.
And life will go on.
On this show, maybe not. Is it just me, or does Ned seem a little too into this sword cleaning? Someone may love their sword just a little too much.
The Raven brought more news.
I put the comic section on your bed for later. Bran took the sports section, but I'm pretty sure the Raven scammed us because I can't find the arts and lifestyle page. Spider-Bran. Does whatever a Spider-Bran does.
How many times have I told you, no climbing?
Climb shadowing. For climbing? While this hound helmet looks super cool, it seems insanely impractical.
Where's Arya? Sansa, where's your sister?
As rare as a king's visit to Winterfell is, wouldn't Lady Stark have noticed before now that one of her children was missing?
That's Jaime Lannister, the Queen's twin brother.
Arya clearly keeps up with her King's Landing beat.
I have a son, you have a daughter. We'll join our houses.
I wish arranged marriages were that easy. The last time I tried to arrange a marriage with my son and my friend's daughter this fast, I got a restraining order from Billy Ray Cyrus.
It is true what they say about the northern girls.
When they were riding into Winterfell in their royal order, did Tyrion just cut out and make a beeline for the whore barn without anyone noticing?
May I present my honored guests, Viserys of House Targaryen, Aji Anaha Ashelat.
Why is Illyrio speaking Dothraki now when he just introduced Daenerys and Viserys to them in English?
Do you take me for a fool? I take you for a king.
You'd think with the constant treachery that is the hallmark of Westeros, the people who live here would have evolved to know when smoke is being blown up their ass.
I would let his whole tribe you. All 40,000 men and their horses too, if that's what it took.
Brothers, what are you gonna do, am I right?
Do you think Joffrey will like me? What if he thinks I'm ugly?
I know this is the Dark Ages and such, but if Sansa had an Instagram, I get the feeling the amount of selfies on it would likely outnumber the amount of candles in the entirety of Westeros.
You are the bastard, though.
Lord Eddard Stark is my father.
And Lady Stark is not your mother, making you the bastard.
Biology, brought to you by Game of Thrones. Also, if you were playing the bastard drinking game, this scene alone would give you alcohol poisoning.
What's she doing at the Eyrie?
She hasn't been back there since her wedding.
I get that you want it destroyed, but why not at least show Ned and then destroy it? A second pair of eyes couldn't hurt, no?
She says John Arryn was murdered by the Lannisters.
Not even going to give Lewin a chance to get out, so he's not privy to info that could lead to his death? That's harsh.
If this news is true, and the Lannisters conspire against the throne, who but you can protect the king?
Godfather of Thrones! Meanwhile, at Burning Man, episode really shoehorns in the nuptials of Daenerys and Khal. With as interesting as the Winterfell drama is, this couldn't have waited until episode 2.
I piss on Dothraki omens. I've waited 17 years to get my throne back.
I didn't realize Viserys was Targaryen for one-dimensional asshole. Any way we can speed up his demise? Anyone at the wedding have a pot of molten gold handy? Anyone? Core play.
A Dothraki wedding without at least 3 deaths is considered a dull affair.
Much like how HBO execs pick their shows. We need at least 3 deaths at a wedding or 5 boobs at a funeral. Your call. Here they shoot Daenerys so that the heat shimmer from the fire is behind her, and later with the fire of the sunset. Wait, is this show actually smart too?
Dragon's eggs, Daenerys.
Whoever has to follow this gift better have something good. I would hate to be the guy going next that got them a toaster. Twincest.
The things I do for love.
Well, technically power and deception, but sure, tell yourself whatever you need to.
Marriage is what brings us together today.
Don't look away.
Don't even blink. Blink and you're dead.
And Robert will choose a new hand of the king, someone to do his job while he's off f***ing balls and hunting whores.
Raped the horses and rode off on the women.
Tell me about John Arryn.
I mean, what if next Friday 400 women turn round and say he's too fat, he's too old, and he is a pigeon-chested little tosser? What happens then, eh?
Clever girl.
The things I do for love.